So, you got to use your imagination. We're jumping into this. You're a tiger. Check this out. I practiced this all day. You're a tiger, and you live in a zoo. Where do you sleep at night?
Cage.
In a what?
Cage.
I can draw cages. You sleep and live in a cage. How do you get your food?
They feed me.
And what happens?
You eat it.
You eat it.
Who brings you the food?
Zookeeper.
All right. We have a zookeeper that brings you food, and you get tiger breakfast and tiger lunch and tiger dinner. On the weekends, you get tiger brunch. Life is good. You don't get tiger. They're running a business here. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, how easy is your life?
10.
I give it a 10. We'll just say it's very easy. And then on a scale of 1 to 10, how safe are you living in a city? 10? Awesome. I'm going to say very safe. It is easy and it is safe because everything is done for you. You always have food and you always have water and you always have protection. All you know is what's here, but it is easy and it is safe. It is comfortable. Everything is always done for you. There is really no unknown. You are a zoo tiger. Now let's compare that to this, the jungle tiger. How does the jungle tiger get her food? She has to hunt for it. Where does she sleep at night? Wherever she wants. Wherever she wants. On a scale of 1 to 10, though, how easy is her life?
3.
1, 2, or 3. In the lower end. I'm going to just say it's not easy. On a scale of 1 to 10, how safe does she have it?
1.
Lower?
She's a tiger.
But stuff can go down.
She's a legit tiger.
She is legit, but she's living in the jungle, and stuff can go down. And the reason it's not easy and not safe is because she has to do everything on her own. She has to find food, and if she doesn't find food, she doesn't eat. And if she doesn't find water, she doesn't drink, and she has to protect herself. She has to protect her cubs and learn to survive there. And all sorts of stuff can go wrong. It's not easy, it's not safe. Some would even say that it is hard. No 2 days are the same. All sorts of things can go down because she's living in the wild. I've given this talk to second graders, and I've given it to the University of Georgia volleyball team. I'm going to ask them this question. Everyone says the same thing, but I'm going to ask you. What would happen if you put that tiger there? Absolutely a dead zoo tiger. Why though? She doesn't know how to hunt. She doesn't know how to protect herself. Why doesn't she know those things? She's never had to do it. She's spent all of her time here and hasn't developed the skills to survive there. She's definitely a dead zoo tiger. How does this tiger do in the wild? She's living. Stuff, it's hard and stuff could go wrong. Like stuff could go wrong, but if I gave you $100 to bet it on the jungle or the zoo tiger, as to which one's surviving here, we're all in on the jungle tiger. How come?
Experience.
She's experienced. How did she get that experience?
By being born. She was just born.
Well, they're both tigers, right?
She was born into the wild.
She was born into that environment and she lived it. And there was struggle and it was hard and some days she didn't eat and it was difficult. But she learned to survive in the wild by living in the wild. And so if you look at it, the not easy, the not safe, or the hard approach led to survival. And it allowed the jungle tiger to do something that this tiger could never even have a chance of doing. And the easy and the safe approach did not. And this is how tigers learn to survive in the wild but this is also how the best learners in the world get better at singing and dancing and writing and playing basketball and playing volleyball. Learning works best when you're operating at the edge of your abilities and outside of your comfort zone when it's hard. That is when you learn the best. Do you see how your comfort zone is a lot like the cage in a zoo? When you're in your comfort zone, you're doing something you're already good at. And when you're doing something you're already good at, it is easy and it is safe. But just like the zoo tiger, you're not learning. You're not pushing yourself. You're not stretching. But the best learning happens when you're living here, just like the jumping tiger. And so my aim with these workshops, my aim with the camps, my aim with these talks that I give is to show people how to make this leap. To show people how to recognize their comfort zones, to understand how they put up their own cages, and show you how to make the jump to the wild. And there's a lot that goes into the jump. There's a lot on the mental side, which is what we're going to talk about today. There's a lot about how you design practice, which we have some cool videos about as well. But I'm here to talk to you about that. And that is how learning works. If you understand how to make that leap and the whole mental side of this is something you can apply to any sport, anything you do in school, anything you do in life. This is understanding how learning actually works. And that, to me, is one of the most powerful things that we can discuss. If you're a great learner, you can be great at anything that you do. Now, the thing that I need to point out is when you spend most of your time here, things can get ugly. And that is why that's the name of the website. Trying to sell you on the fact that you get better when it's ugly. And I heard your coach hammering that home in practice. You have to make mistakes in order to get better. So many people shy away from this because they can't handle that. They can't handle looking bad, and then they never get better. To get better, you have to make mistakes. For the past 5 years I've done these camps and talks, I got up in front of people and I would say, mistakes are okay. And I was trying to sell them on that. I was an idiot then. Because mistakes aren't just okay, mistakes are necessary. Like, you can't get better unless you're making mistakes. They're so necessary in the learning process. You have to be here, and when you're here, it is ugly. And that is the only way to get better. If you're spending your time here, you're not getting better. You're playing it safe, and it's easy, and you look good, but you're not getting better. All right? So we're going to talk about how to make that leap.